job. I think we pick up action now with Chuck Hartley throwing the football. That was a 3rd down and 31. He completes the pass to Kevin Harmon for 32 and a first down.
Okay, this is action in the first quarter. Still looking at Hartley, and I believe he finds Harmon once again.
Right, that's a pass from Chuck Hartley to Kevin Harmon. Very well executed play. Gets us right down to the goal line.
And now still Hartley been there, and Grant Goodman, a guy we don't hear too much about, but he's a good workhorse out there for you, isn't he?
He's a very consistent football player, and once again, Chuck throws it right on the money.
As Chuck Hartley, that gain was 14 yards. Now, Dan McGuire, who will be the starting quarterback against Michigan State.
Dan got some very valuable experience in this ball game. He'd had an injured leg and did not get to play against Arizona. Played some against Iowa State. But you can see the big guy has a great arm, a little maneuverability there coming out and dropping the ball off to Harmon. Watch this run.
Beautiful run by Kevin Harmon, who's really coming into his own. And then also in the fourth quarter, another pass to Quinn Early, number 1, for a touchdown. And look at the work Early does on this one.
Well, Dan threw a beautiful ball out to Quinn, and then Quinn does the rest. Great effort to get the ball into the end zone for a touchdown.
Incidentally, Early is the 2nd leading pass receiver right now in the Big Ten. And there we see Dan McGuire. Kevin Harmon had a good day. He always seems to have a good day, doesn't he?
Kevin's a winner, Jim. He's an exciting football player. He's powerful, he's elusive, he's fast, and he also is an excellent pass receiver.
And that one was good for 31 yards in the first quarter. And another time.
Well, we're down on the goal line. You can see Kevin going airborne to get it in. We had tried to run real tough, a little bit lower against certain teams. We decided to go up and above, and Kevin did a great job.
Has to bend it back.
Well, he doesn't have to. That's just Harmon. He likes to make it exciting.
And Kevin Harmon following the footsteps of his famous brother. Travis Watkins, young receiver out of California, teammate of McGuire's in high school.
Right. He has made tremendous progress. Number 2. Someone gave him a whirlybird there.
Really did.
He's a tremendous receiver. He's got excellent timing on jumping for the football.
And McGuire now, his high school teammate, teams up with number 2 once again.
That was a very well executed play with Watkins getting the first down by just a few inches.
Is there any more complete football player than the young man we're going to look at next, your tight end, Marv Cook?
Jim, he's so good that our number 1 tight end who had an emergency appendectomy, Mike Flagg, hasn't been able to beat Marvin Cook out for the number 1 position.
Let's look at him now. Carry these tacklers with him.
Marv's a very determined football player. He could play several positions. I'm sure he'll be a great pro prospect, but he's got 1 more year of eligibility.
Marv Cook, number 1 tight end, number 1 in about every position he plays. McGuire again to Marv Cook.
Right, and once again, the big quarterback moved around very well in the pocket to find Marv Cook, and we pick up another critical first down.
Now we go from a big guy to a relatively small guy, but has a huge heart. And watch him now as he runs a punt back for 17 yards.
Yes, this is Peter Marciano. Peter was injured. I thought he did an excellent job. He has great vision, great acceleration. He's a little bitty guy. He presents a small target.
And talking about a small target, Hayden, this had to be a well-played ball, both from the standpoint of the pass itself, and look at this reception.
Unbelievable. The only place that he could have thrown the ball that Peter could have gotten to it, and he comes down, keeps 1 foot in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's a replay. Look at that. Placement and everything. The ball, the guy who caught it, and just about the whole works.
2nd down and 10. Darren Miles, the lone remaining back. And he's got the ball. It's a hitter in the secondary. Oglesby is now in there at wideout for Purdue. He is the 3rd wide receiver. Robert Oglesby, a sophomore from Detroit. Ball is thrown underneath, intended for Anthony Hardy. The pass is incomplete. First down for the Hawkeyes. Hartley rolls it out, looking for Early. Got him. Throws him out of bounds at the 48-yard line of Purdue. Chris Dishman, the corner over there, a redshirt senior out of Louisville. Just exactly what you call.
thrown 4 passes. 3 of them have been a half roll, and Early will go down and break to the outside. Now here, he breaks to the outside. He set up the deep pass, and it's exactly what we were expecting. The ball is perfectly thrown. Dishman is there, but doesn't make the play, and it's 2 drives and 2 touchdowns for the Hawkeyes. Let's go back and take a look at the last touchdown. Now Hartley is going to semi-roll. Now watch him pump right there when Early made his out move. Then he throws the ball, a nice throw into the wind. The only place he can throw it is high and outside, give his man an opportunity to catch it, and Dishman was right there but didn't make the play.
History of a great man. We have a feature on Niall Kinnick. Mike does at halftime. We'll enjoy it. All right, Sean McCarthy, 6'7" quarterback, gets his pass away under pressure, and it is incomplete. Joe Mott came out there and laid a lick on him.
Cunning is the normal starting quarterback for the Boilermakers. He is injured. He got hurt last week. He had a hip pointer. He also had a shoulder problem going into the game, last week's game. The thing that kept him out this week is a sprained arch. He was on crutches all week and didn't make the trip.
Leshek, the backup quarterback, the freshman, could play today, but probably won't be able to throw. He has a sore shoulder, deep bruise. McCarthy rolls it again, gets better protection, and hits his man. That's a pretty good pass. And the ball from the 21 out to about the 26. So is the leading receiver on the ball club, made that catch. So it's 3rd down and 6. Well, the Hawkeyes got is in there now for Purdue. And the Boilermakers on 3rd and 1 get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. It was 3rd possession. That incidentally 55-yard punt by McCarthy was the longest of his career. Previous best having been 50 here if he had not had that unfortunate incident in which his leg was cracked by a fellow sliding into the dugout early on. This is Hartlieb. He goes to the tight end, Mike Flagg. And Flagg is out of bounds up at the 28, just short of the first down. 3rd down, about 2.5. And they pitch it back to Stewart. And just enough. He took that little swing out and then squared his shoulders and got his legs under him and had the drive to get across the 30 and pick up the first. Big hole for Hudson to midfield. All right, Iowa working at midfield on 1st down. Hartlieb goes for Early, and good play that time by Chris Dishman. Running and passing now for Iowa. Purdue is yet to get a 1st down. They try to blitz, but they pick them up, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. Number 48 got his hand on it. Fred Strickland been able to get him the ball. They tried in their first possession. McCarthy looking, gets it away, and it is caught for a 1st down. Calvin Williams, the flanker, a sophomore out of Baltimore, Maryland, hauled it. Pass is good, and close to a 1st down to Jerry Cheney. That would be good.
Blue 35.
Back to Miles. Boy, there's just no running room. 2nd down, 9. Ball is at the 29 of Iowa. And the Boilers trying to generate some scoring here. Pressure from the backside. The pass is away. The pass is caught. Well delivered by Sean McCarthy and hauled in by Calvin Williams, his 2nd catch. Brad Quast, number 35, linebacker, had slipped through, and he was the pounding hooves that maybe forced McCarthy to go in a hurry. There was nobody between the goal line and Williams when he made the catch. But he couldn't keep his balance.
Would have been a touchdown.
Yep. Into the end zone. Touchdown. No, it is not. It is Greg Brown who comes away with it. Pitt leading Navy. Not by all that much. Duke gave Clemson a hard time last week, and they're giving Maryland a hard time today.
They sure are.
Steve Sloan used to be there.
Nice move to get around the corner, trying to jam him. Gets in the open area. One-handed catch. Hardy came over from Wichita State, who dropped the football. Nice throw under pressure by McCarthy. Hardy is only 5 foot 8 inches and 155 pounds, but he runs a 4.4, and that's why we're saying we need to get the ball to him because good things are probably going to happen.
1st down at the Iowa 36 now for Purdue as McCarthy gets it off again. Under
had to look around him.
2nd and 10.
Check blue 31.
get a little something out of the run this time, as Darren Miles, the junior from New Orleans, is just inside the 25 and is going to have a first down for the Boilermakers.
Check off there. That's their best running play of the day.
Yeah, double their total. 11 yards. First down. Incomplete.
You're the number 10 offense in the Big Ten coming in, and you're playing against the number 1 defense.
Bottom line, it's a problem. It's 21-0 Iowa. Well, they set it up out there for Hardy, trying to get him a little screen help.
Hitters, and can really lay it to you.
3rd and about 7. Long 7. He's got a man, got a first down, and it's almost a touchdown as Calvin Williams, probably a little angered over the drop in the end zone early, comes back with a tough play. First and goal from the 2 now for Purdue. Miles to the 1.
Geez, we're going back to the wishbone. That's not the case at all.
The dive, the fumble. They're going to give him the touchdown. They call the touchdown. He had broken the plane of the goal line before the ball was knocked loose. Dangerous thing Miles did there. He was trying to reach across the goal line with the ball, and they slapped it away, but he got the TD call.
The rule is as soon as the ball breaks the plane of the goal line, and we can't tell from that angle, but as soon as it's across the goal line, it's a touchdown.
Smith and Briggs in for the extra point.
This forward momentum is not stopped, so the whistle has not blown. It's a legal lateral, a smart play by both players, and a big kickoff return for Iowa starting the second half.
Let's go back to that. Hold that play for a second. I want to go back to where Flagg caught it. I want to see that again. Hold on to that play, will you? It is at the 34.
Left of your screen now. There's Flagg just coming in, number 86.
Isn't that fair catch?
No, it is not fair catch. He has to get his hand above his head. Now, he was waving his right hand as he moved back to maybe balance himself, but a legitimate fair catch signal is above your head from side to side, and he didn't do that. Watch his right hand.
Is he waving off Marciano? Huh?
I think he may be waving him off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's what Fred was hollering about, that he thought from his perspective that it was a fair catch call. All right, Hawkeyes now cooking. They're on the Purdue 34-yard line, and Hartlieb's trying to cash it early.
Out and up.
Can't get away. They show blitz again, and they are coming, but they dump it off and get burned as Craig Clark, the tight end, is on his way to a touchdown. North Carolina State jumping all over Clemson, and USC out to the lead over the Irish in their ball game. Southern California played a good ball game last week. Sean McCarthy on 2nd down and 10. Passes completed to Ching.
Leads the team in tackles, and how often do you see a nose tackle leading a defensive team in tackles?
McCarthy gets his pass off, and the pass is drilled and caught up around the 46-yard line by Kelly.
In 2 plays.
That's right. From the 45, call it first down for the Boilers. They're going to try to run again, and Miles pops out of there. Anthony Hardy, the swift one, is wide to the bottom of the picture. Williams in motion. Miles runs it a couple of yards.
He had 3 sacks. He did an outstanding job in the center of that defensive line.
2nd down and 8. That's out of bounds, in placing Kepi at defensive tackle for the Hawkeyes. Trips at the bottom of the picture for Purdue. 3 wide people. They got Chaney. Get it to him. And he tries to reach for the mark, and he won't get
this situation.
McCarthy throws it. They get it. Cheney. And Cheney is taken out of bounds at the 22-yard line by Kerry Burt. Well, that'll get a lump in your throat if you're boiling it. McCarthy's pass 10 from the 22 of Iowa for Purdue. McCarthy puts it up. Touchdown, Hardy. Hardy came back and said, hey, try me one more time, and he did.
They actually have double coverage on him. Let's take another look from the end zone. You see the protection. Both Schuster and Haight are boxed up inside, and the ball is just laid up and over Sistrunk. And it was Sistrunk's fault. He had the coverage, and it was double coverage.
Pass is in now, replacing him. Oh, Quinn Early left too soon. Whatever happens, it's going to get wiped out. That's a good defensive play. Rob Houtland for the field goal from 30 yards, and it's good. So he adds to his career total.
He attempted 31 tries.
And that was just to keep him honest. But look at that passing yardage. You are either first or second.
Because they didn't have a good one-loss record going into the game, and we needed a little motivation. We got it. We're looking at Chuck Hartley here to throw some strikes.
And a great run by Watkins here. He
and we had a good
it all the way in.
Had two good blocks downfield also, and Watkins did a super job to get it into the end zone.
One of his 2 touchdowns, and now pass to Quinn Early, who really did a sensational job with 4 touchdown receptions. Here was one of them.
Oh, Chuck Hartley really threw a beautiful pass on that one. It was a good tide spiral. It had a lot of velocity on it. And, of course, Quinn had gotten so open, it was pretty difficult to miss him.
Look at those stats by Chuck Hartley. But now we'll take a look and pinpoint Quinn Early.
Well, we could make up just a highlight film on Quinn Early. He had a phenomenal game, and this was a 35-yard touchdown pass from Hartley.
Now, I want to know about this one. The strategy here, you're on the 5-yard line, and he goes for broke, doesn't he?
Well, we had taken over the ball on the 1-foot line after a good goal line stand. Run 2 plays. They were anticipating another play, and then we'd punt. We faked the play, threw the bomb, and Quinn made a great catch, I believe.
And a great bow to the crowd.
I tell you, that's pure class.
Let's look at it in slow-mo now. He was in traffic there, and he almost lost his footing.
Well, he actually took the ball away from 2 Northwestern defenders. And 95 yards, Jim, that ties the Big Ten record for the longest pass completion for a touchdown.
It's a new Iowa record. Just a great job. And now let's take a look at some of the work that Mike Flagg did.
Mike, 6'6", 255-pound tight end. He makes a great target, but that was a tremendous reception by Mike.
20-yarder.
I love to watch Hartley sidearm that ball in, and look at Mike's concentration there. I'm sure that defensive man was hurt when he tackled Mike Flagg.
There's a lot of Mike Flagg, isn't there? Okay, now Marv Cook, the starting tight end.
I wanted to mention Mike Flagg, Jim, is also an academic All-American. Now, this is to the other tight end, Marv Cook. Marv had another outstanding game.
Just Mr. Everything out there. And in the second quarter, Hartley passed to him on a key 14-yarder.
Now, that was a fine catch by Marv Cook, reaching down shoe top high. He's really turned into a big playmaker this year.
Okay, there's Marv Cook. 7 touchdown passes were thrown by Chuck Hartley. That is an all-time Iowa and Big Ten record. And then McGuire got in there, too.
This is Dan McGuire throwing a 52-yard bomb to Mark Mazzari. Mark does a great job staying in bounds till he catches the ball.
Okay, it was a tremendous offensive performance, close to 700 yards by the Iowa. Tom Tupa converted from a punter to a quarterback. He's had kind of an up-and-down season, but the guy knows how to punt the ball, and apparently he's a pretty decent quarterback, isn't he?
Well, he's a real fine quarterback. He's a big fella, around 6'5", and he's leading the nation in punting, Jim, not only the Big Ten. But look at the arm on this guy. He throws a perfect strike down there to number 18, who makes a diving catch for a 40-yard gain.
And that's Clift, split end that he passed to right there.
I think we've got a replay on it again.
Right.
But he has an extremely strong arm, and Ohio State will test the secondary 3 or 4 times a game with the bomb.
That was a 40-yarder. Now we'll see his scrambling ability.
For a big, tall guy, he runs extremely well. He's running for his life there.
Right. Tom Tupa. Now Carlos Snow, a sensational young back. Tell me about him.
Well, he's a freshman. He's a real good hurdler. He just went over the bean share. But watch him on this option play. He runs extremely hard. He's very elusive. He's going to catch a pass here in a moment. And I believe this is it. And really, watch the footwork. Look at that.
Fantastic. Kind of like Archie Griffin.
Excellent football player. Now we're going to take a look at Vince Workman, who was the #1 running back, and they moved him out to wide receiver. And he catches a 33-yard touchdown pass from Tom Tupa.
Watch the run now by Vince Workman, a 61-yard kickoff return.
Well, he's really great in the open field. Excellent speed. Watch him slow down and utilize his blockers here. Very intelligent runner.
You guys go that way, I'll go this way. And now let's see him on a 17-yard reception.
He's really taken the place of Carter, the young man that couldn't play this year for Ohio State.
Okay, Chris Spielman coming up next. They call him the premier linebacker in America. He told me at the Big Ten meetings he likes to, he's a kid, he didn't have anybody to work out with. He'd tape bologna to his pants and let his dog attack him, and learned how to play linebacker that way.
I wouldn't put anything past Spielman. He's one of the greatest linebackers in college football.
We're going to watch him again here. Look at that.
I'll be glad when that rascal graduates.
Okay. Chris Spielman, quarterback sack. And Eric Kummerow, you're very impressed with this guy, converted quarterback.
Oh, he's a super football player. Number 14, the left defensive end. He's grown about 30 pounds since last year. He must be playing at 250, 260 pounds. He's about 6'6". Excellent football player, Jim.
Okay, those are the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Hawkeyes will have to contend with.
We challenged J.J. Puck and Brad Quast in regards to the number of tackles Spielman would make and what they would make, and they were determined they were going to get more tackles, and there's J.J. Puck, number 32, on one of the 17 tackles he had in the game. Brad Quast had 15, and Spielman had 13.
Yeah, that's great.
So all 3 of the linebackers, 2 for us and Spielman from Ohio State, had great ball games.
And here they do, Puck does a number on Snow. Carlos Snow, sensational running back.
He's a very elusive runner, and that's J.J. coming all the way from the far side linebacker to make the play.
Take a look now at a couple plays with Brad Quast. In fact, 3 plays. He just had a great game.
Well, he really did. Number 35, he was the freshman defensive linebacker of the year by Sporting News last season, and here he takes it away from J.J. Puck, the other linebacker, and gets an interception. And Brad played fullback some in high school. He thought he was a fullback there running back.
He was. Tupa intended that pass for Cook. He owns the Iowa all-time regular season scoring record.
Well, it couldn't happen to a nicer young man, and he is so phenomenal. Jim, he kicked 3 field goals out of 3 attempts in this ball game. It kind of got lost because of the drama late in the ball game. But had Rob missed any of these field goals, this is a 41-yarder. Obviously, Ohio State would have won the ball game.
Okay, Mr. Automatic. We may take him for granted because he has proven to be so consistent and so good. And talking about Automatic, what about Hartley?
Well, he's proven to be the greatest. After not starting the first 3 games because of the 3-way race to really see who was the #1 quarterback, Chuck emerged, had a hot hand, and he started every game since then, and he's now #2 in the nation, leading the Big Ten, total offense, passing efficiency. He is the Cinderella story of the Hawkeye football team.
No question about it. First pass was to Watkins. Now, Marvelous Marvin Cook.
You see Marvin gets every inch he can get on each reception. And, of course, Chuck, when Chuck's really bearing down, he nearly throws it underhanded.
Yeah, 333 yards.
Here goes Kevin Harmon on one of his draw plays.
What a game he had, and he was injured all week, wasn't he?
Didn't work out. I tell you, we're changing the philosophy of coaching. Don't let them work out, and they'll have a great day on Saturday.
Here's that great play. He staggers there, but he goes 50 yards for a touchdown.
And you know who that was that he juked coming through the line of scrimmage?
None other than Mr. Spielman.
That's right, number 36. Just being able to sidestep Spielman is quite an accomplishment to watch.
Let's watch it in slow-mo.
Here he comes, and here, right there, is Spielman.
Look at that.
And Kevin nearly went down, regained his balance, and that old bad ankle is not permitting him to run too fast. but he made a dive for the flag and just made it.
And he outran those fast defensive backs of Ohio State. Talking about Flagg, Mike Flagg always plays great games.
Super target, 6'6", 255, and the 3 Ohio State defenders there. Chuck just made a perfect throw, and it was a great catch by Mike Flagg.
38 yards. Here's another one.
Yeah, the big guy has really had an outstanding year.
14 yards, gets out of bounds to stop the clock. And next of all, we've got, well, the guy, or the combination, I guess, that had the play, maybe of all time for the Iowa Hawkeyes. I don't know, but certainly will go in the all-time playbook, that's for sure. First of all, Hartlieb on the right sideline to Cook.
This is the same play that later goes for a touchdown, Jim, right on the sideline. And Marv got everything he could out of it, but watch this play here.
6 seconds to go in the game.
4th down and 28. Now look at that.
And a first down wouldn't have done you any good. He could have had a first down at the 5. Boy, are you guys happy.
Yes.
90,000 fans stop screaming right there. Replay of the play right here.
Watch how close this is. You see the Ohio State defenders running with him in man coverage. Cook pulls up, catches the ball. Watch how close this is going in. Just unbelievable. And, Jim, that's the first time since 1959 that the Hawks have defeated the Buckeyes.